information that you got after playing those games, a lot more adaptations you can make going for the possible reset.
You're well warmed up.
Right. Oh, yeah. You're also playing hot. They were playing phenomenal in that last set. I know that they're feeling a little more confident going into Grands here.
Exactly. And once again, thank you to Majesty Gaming for making this all possible. Wonderful organization empowering women and non-binary persons all throughout the scope of esports. Certainly smashed their home scene, looking to expand it into the future as they should. We got 4 queens here, and it's time to slay. Welcome to Grand Finals, here for the Queens 2v2 bracket.
Already going into game 1 with nothing too surprising, but still pretty phenomenal. The forward smashes off of the platforms from Cheeky, threatening the approaches, but still ViaCher finding a way around it. I really like that setup on DairBair with the jab lock, but not finding the mark. Still finding some good chip damage, though.
A little more even than perhaps we would have anticipated given the results on paper for Winners Final. 2-0 to DairBair and ViaCher. But again, we saw those games go last stock, at least somewhat in game 1. And then DairBair and ViaCher really got dialed in. So whatever confidence that Karamel and Cheeky are playing with, they're showing it here, and it really is going to be a matter of how much can they sort of dissuade DairBair and ViaCher from their super powerful options that control the flat space of Pokemon Stadium so far.
Right, and so far I think it's a really good adaptation from Karamel, using the quick attack to get around and some really good vertical routes to get around, because once one of the members gets in, they can disrupt them, and that definitely needs to happen, because already that small opening was a big opportunity for Yellow Team, taking that first stock off of Cheeky. Now they're trying to fight back to even it back up. Okay, not landing the forward, the down air, but the forward throw into up smash doesn't work. Dash attack does find the mark, though. Really good response.
Yeah. Looking for the grab at ledge, not quite finding it. Perhaps, I don't know what you're looking for against the Zelda there. It's at 0%, but nevertheless, whatever option you can get, perhaps looking for the shield and explosive flames all around.
It's just such a
looking for the beam of light and rolled right into that. Karamel eating all of that one as DairBair staying alive with all 3 stocks at 146 and still mixing it up with that Nair, although a few better options to have if you are going to be at that percent.
Right. Still finding some good hits while still playing elusive. However, Pikachu fast enough to punish with a very fantastic dash attack and a bit of a trade with the special attacks over on the left side, working out for ViaCher, making it back and sneaking in a grab. Really good options right there, but no reflector that time. Cheeky finding the mark with the bowling ball off the platform.
And that's the whole thing. Karamel's doing really good at, okay, you know what? You're going to have to watch me. Watch where I'm going. Watch where I'm going. And then go, look at that. The homie comes up behind you with the bowling ball, drops it on your head. ViaCher caught every bit of that 10-pound ball. And that is going to be last stock for ViaCher, the first one in the game to do so.
And that's exactly the dynamic that you get when you have someone like DairBair holding on to those 3 stocks for so long. Sometimes the other teammate gets focused a little bit too much as you try to hold on to that stock. So now, if ViaCher does go down, we're going to have to see a share stock, which will drastically change the momentum for Red Team here. But so far, they're not taking too much damage, and they're still getting some pretty good responses, though. As I say that, DairBair does go down. And now Karamel being the stock tank, which has been the story of the day, might be a fantastic conclusion. We can hold on to the stock a little bit longer, but Alu back here.
Yeah, I kind of, maybe it's because of how this is playing out. I kind of wonder if maybe ViaCher, DairBair, Karamel, Cheeky, they kind of have the same game plans, but DairBair and ViaCher just maybe the little more meta-friendly way to go about it, because you do have that sentry that clears everything out so well. If you want to jump over it, that's fine. You got Palutena waiting for you. If you want to wait behind it, that's all right. I got Explosive Flames. I got Dense Fire. I got everything you could possibly need. Whatever it takes to control the negative space. Certainly a slingshot will do the job as well. Cheeky taking out ViaCher as DairBair is 72% in real trouble here.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. DairBair does have some really good tools here, though. We see the back air, of course, and we will probably see some dash attacks and some Explosive Flames, which DairBair has been landing pretty successfully throughout the bracket, but that down air from Karamel saying, I can keep the stocks and I can take them too. There's nothing I cannot do.
Yeah, Karamel, I mean, I'm pretty impressed with her gameplay. And thing is, Cheeky absolutely doing her part. We saw
Right,
taking,
right.
I think, what was it, 2 stocks,
Yep.
3 stocks?
Yeah.
And the initial damage that we're seeing, just the ability to even, like, be bait
Right.
at the very least. And they kind of took turns doing that for each other, where we saw Cheeky sneaking up behind that Zelda with the bowling ball to put them in that disadvantage. May well have been the turning point of that match in terms of just raw numbers. But then ViaCher, I mean, got caught with a lot of really heavy attacks. Let's be real, but the Pikachu there to follow up, chip on damage, even eventually get the KO on some of those. Like we saw ViaCher in that last stock, got blown up pretty hard by some really fantastic team play and did just enough to throw a wrench into the gears of the number 1 seeds machine to take the Game 1 victory as we go back to stadium for Game 2.
And the momentum was pretty much perfectly paced for Red Team. As we mentioned, DairBair was able to hold on to a lot of stocks for a long time, but because of the timing with which ViaCher lost the stocks, through no fault of their own, of course, it just worked out for Red Team a little bit more, and already the stocks are flying. Karamel finding these down airs when they matter the most.
Yeah, I mean, she's been hitting those pretty consistently all day. I mean, it's going to pose enough of a threat to even scare Cher and DairBair from their optimal recoveries. As good as they are as Zelda and Palutena, they can be exploited if you work hard enough. And Karamel, Cheeky, both of them putting in a mountain of effort in order to make that possible. If they're going to win, it will be because of that.
Wow, fantastic back-to-back. 2 really good momentum. DairBair once again holding on to the stock. So last one with that first stock can be very important here. Red Team trying to find a couple of team combos and punishing that reflect pretty interestingly.
Oh no. Oh, yeah, no. Cheeky learned the lesson. She got it. DairBair is going to see that stock. But, yeah, the 2-for-1, again, I mean, Karamel and Cheeky kind of catching the hands a little bit. ViaCher almost losing that second stock, but is able to recover. Sentry able to go through the tree.
On the axe, barely missing to punish the Zelda forward smash. Now the tree is gone, so we don't have the axe to worry about either. But good punish right there. The explosive flame, though, as we mentioned, such a good tool from mid-stage. Even if you're not there to punish or help your teammate out, you can still make something happen. But ViaCher going down to the last stock.
Yeah,
Red Team clawing it back.
Getting tagged with the dash attack there from Karamel, who, again, has been doing a lot of work. As soon as she sees that red numbers, you already know it's dash attack time. Cheeky is eventually going to lose that stock, and absolute mayhem at the ledge. Back air not quite enough to get the throw at, get the KO at 94%. And the drag down, I mean, Karamel showing us a little something. ViaCher realizing like ViaCher might well be the target here. You have to just pile on, cause as much discomfort as possible, exploit the recoveries above ledge, because that is where, like, if you're landing as Zelda, you're generally in for a world of hurt.
Oh, really good sneaking hit from Cheeky, getting that axe hit between those up tilts. And now if they can take the stock from ViaCher, it is a very different game. And the triple turnip coming in clutch.
The real ViaCher mains know when to summon them. That is a thing. They say it's RNG. That's a lie. Cheeky is a magical being. So, hang on. Oh, big witch energy from Cheeky is what I'm trying to say.
Right. Just interesting how it always works out. All right, should be able to make it back here. Oh no, both red team members stuck at the ledge now. That's not where you want to be exactly. ViaCher kind of has to play forward here because of the low percent. But you can see Karamel looking for something. And Cheeky finding the hit.
Riding it all the way to victory as Cheeky and Karamel are one stock away from a reset here in Grand Finals of the Queens 2v2.
Okay, the dash attack does connect, but the throw will take Cheeky stock. Just 10% difference here. What a wonderful dodge. Oh, what a scramble. I love the quick attack approach. Stu is such a scramble right now. I'm freaking out.
Oh, going to rely a lot on Sentry. Karamel finding ways around it, though. You can never count this rat out. ViaCher at 110, wisely jumping. What options are you going to take that don't put you at risk? Karamel, you got a lot of thunder, but I got some lightning for you. The red team capturing lightning in a bottle and resetting the bracket. Karamel and Cheeky mean business.
That was a pretty wild, pretty explosive 1v1 situation. I did not expect that throw to connect so effortlessly, but really good pickup. Really fantastic game and a bit of a statement from the team coming in from losers.
So as we're continuing on, I was told this might be best of 5. We don't know, apparently. It was best of 3, in fact. So, yeah, no, that is a bracket reset. Just had to confirm that for y'all. So, yeah, no, the hype that you were feeling, please continue to feel it.
Yeah.
And ViaCher and DairBair, what adjustments do you think they have to make? They weren't playing poorly by any stretch of the imagination, but the game plan that they were implementing with such ease before. Because it really did seem like a relatively, laid back winners final for them, where they were able to rely on explosive flames, auto reticles, and not that they were camping, but to do the lion's share of the work for them, while they followed up with the KOs off of up airs and back airs from Zelda.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it that they need to do now in order to keep this from getting out of hand?
I think they just need to play a little more together. I think we're seeing those 1v1s aren't exactly too advantageous for them. Maybe if they're a little more cohesive, they can keep that pressure up and kind of break up the combos that Red Team was finding, because Cheeky is getting so many up smashes or axe hits off of the throws from Karamel. If you're playing a little more together, maybe you can interrupt some of those and stop them from getting so much mileage from it. Right now, they're still kind of splitting off into these 1v1s, and look, it is just not working out for Yellow Team.
Yeah, and then again, it's Cheeky again with that slingshot right up into the face of ViaCher. I mean, perhaps they've been reading a little bit of Machiavelli, because divide and conquer seems to be the game plan here.
True.
But at the same time, it's just it seems like they were trying to do that in winners finals as well, but they weren't as successful. What's changed on the side of Karamel and Cheeky?
I think just some newfound confidence and comfortability from their run in losers, but that is a little more of a humbling experience, getting hit with that recovery move from ViaCher, and now keeping it a little
Whoever
closer.
gave that move a hitbox.
Right.
Dear goodness. I mean.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. Somehow Karamel taking the brunt of that dash attack. Cheeky, though, finding the throw. Big opportunity here for some damage, but too much charge and a little bit too much oomph on the throw. Not going to find that connection. Karamel, though, the star of the show yet again. 3 stocks to everyone else's 2.
Yeah. And DairBair doing well to get over to the other side, but Karamel says, hey, let me go ahead and join you. The tree going to connect. And again, that tandem set him up, knock him down, and it's going to be the tree that winds up taking out ViaCher. Zelda ain't going to want to go into her garden for a long time after this.
She's skipping Arbor Day.
Oh, yeah. No, this ain't happening. I'm sorry, bro.
It was a really good idea, too, to sort of retreat and plant the tree, kind of still holding down that center stage while threatening the ledge. But now Yellow Team finally finding some stocks, taking one off of both the Red Team members, 3 apiece.
Oh, ViaCher almost ate every last bit of that bowling ball. And now sitting at ledge, explosive flames at ledge. Whatever you can do to not put your own body at risk makes perfect sense. DairBair staying alive at 87%, 97% now with 2 stocks. Karamel hanging tight at 64. The respective stock tanks doing their work. So is it just going to come down to a 1v1 between the Villager and the Zelda?
Possibly.
Or
it looks
not.
Like it won't. It worked out exactly like that. We are going to see the restock. And what a throw into the back air. Really good pickup from DairBair. Not going to take the stock, but really rough spot to be in for Red Team now. Okay, I like the thunders here. There goes DairBair. ViaCher gets the shield broken with the tree. I love the jab. And the forward smash misses too.
Oh, no. This that could have been a misplay. Staying alive at 115 is ViaCher. And Karamel able to stay alive as well. Good job being the stock tank. ViaCher will make her exit off of the side as DairBair, still a relatively fresh stock, but in a 2v1.
Yeah, that was a really good pickup yet again from Cheeky. That smash attack was so good.
Oh, looking for the recovery, maybe just a couple of frames too late. DairBair now catching a few of the slingshots, and you had to know that the reflector was coming. Cheeky accounted for it.
Wow, Cheeky, really nice little setup with the up air off of the platform as well. I love this pressure with the Lloyds. The back throw going to set up for the edge guard. Probably going to see a tree here. I like that idea too. Not finding the mark, but still, now we have the axe to worry about too at 97. You definitely have to watch out for it.
Maybe the tree a little further back from ledge with the half water. That is generally, because if you're looking for like, okay, we're just going to run back up on ledge and shield, that's generally where you're trying to get your shield breaks.
Right.
But if you are, shout out Zenzo, but we're going to see now the Lloyds getting set up with, and DairBair very wisely holding shield. You got to think Cheeky has a plan to exploit this eventually.
Yeah, we've seen Cheeky sneak in a couple of very important grabs. We might have to see that right now, but it's going to be the Tri-State Twister.
Yep. Oh, buddy, just I have called too many matches by the great Gonzalez to not see that coming, and that is going to be DairBair putting a point on the board for their team by the skin of their teeth. They know they can still do it, and though Palatino is doing the lion's share of the work, taking 5 stocks in that one, definitely saw ViaCher doing a lot of setup work, connecting with a lot of those grounded up Bs, weirdly enough, just to continue on with the combo, making sure that there was no respite for the challengers here.
Yeah, ViaCher, the unsung hero, if you will, doing a lot of damage, cutting off a lot of routes, which may not show up on paper or on the results screen, but definitely helped the team immensely. And some really good follow-ups, taking some early stocks. Well, doing a lot of damage, taking some early stocks with the up specials, as you mentioned. Really good option there. But it was Palu finding a lot of early up airs, some off-stage hits. Back airs were very important as well, just because it's so good against a lot of villager options. It looks like they're finally getting a little more comfortable and a little more in tune. We might see a little reversal from the last set.
It makes you wonder, I mean, because ViaCher and Cheeky particularly have kind of been dancing back and forth with each other, although it's weird, like the stock tanks seem to be the one that are taking more of the stocks, and it's Cheeky and ViaCher that are just sort of throwing themselves into the fire with the other.
Right.
And again, doing a lot of work that does not show up on the stat sheet, but it is work nevertheless, and it did show up to the tune of last stock, as we are going to Hollow Bastion for, I believe, the first time today.
Yeah. Really good stage pick here. Really good platform layout. I think it'll be advantageous for the red team. Kind of gives them a pretty big option to work around that little middle section. And of course, bowling balls will definitely be on the menu with that platform assist as well. Already looking for some big hits over on the left side. It's going to be ViaCher landing it down there. That does, in fact, take the stock off of Karamel, which may change the momentum drastically for red team. If Karamel can't be the stock tank, might be up to Cheeky. But ViaCher also going down, missing the ledge.
Again, ready with that neutral B is ViaCher, but again, it can be exploited if read correctly, as Karamel and ViaCher already down a stock. Interesting to see Karamel lose the first stock here. Wonder how that affects the dynamic, and how it does is DairBair. Dair's in the name for a reason, AG. Karamel catching every last bit of that wand, and all of a sudden, a very dire situation here for the challengers out of loser side.
Yeah, ViaCher also finding some new tools to interact with Cheeky and neutral, and it's pretty much just using the neutral special to reflect the aerials from Villager, which has been working out phenomenally so far. Big lightning kick takes the stock off of Cheeky, and now it's 3-4. Finally, yellow team's favor.
That's the Zelda special. When in doubt, eat the feet. But ViaCher hanging on, and now at last stock, that tree again, the bane of ViaCher's existence, it seems, as Cheeky is hanging tough with each of these two. Karamel has just been having a rough time. Is still very much willing to mix it up, but I mean, how willing can you possibly be in a situation like this?
Right, it's going to be tough. The tree is going to help a little bit, try and cut off some of those options, so they're going to have to go high over on yellow team. Sneaking in, really nice down throw into the back air though. Good stuff from DairBair, looking for a lot more, but red team giving up the stage control to try and get some help to make it back to the ledge here.
Oh, just this time.
Wild. Oh, this
DairBair is going jab.
That jab is so good just to keep him in place. You can see ViaCher was looking for something crazy, but it's going to be a classic Cheeky smash attack to take that stock.
Yeah. Ooh. DairBair now down to last stock. ViaCher only at 89%. I mean, the way that Cheeky has been hanging tough, now providing the stock tank for her team, It's impressive to see the adaptation, although we'll be taking an exit off of the side of the stage in due time. And now each of them at their last stock. I mean, how close have these games been, AG?
It's honestly down to the wire. We're seeing it right now. ViaCher can't really make any mistake, and you can see red team trying to threaten that 2v1 situation. Not finding the mark, but splitting back off into the 1v1s, and good stuff from ViaCher to take a very scenic route back to the ledge. Wow, big Phantom hit, not taking the stock off of Karamel. And now Cheeky getting pressure in the 2v1, but finding the grab. Oh, phenomenal.
And now DairBair, she's going to make it happen. It'll be in a 2v1 against the Pikachu and Villager on Hollow Bastion, and teleports right past the ledge even. Dragged down Nair, not able to follow up off of it as Cheeky keeps her distance and connects with the back air.
The tree.
The tree, oh no. Said, you know what, I got a little something for you too, DairBair, if you want to just come on over here. Okay. Karamel. I mean, how many times has she hit DairBair with that dare?
Right.
over the course of this set.
Okay, good use of the explosive flame here. Try and make some room at the ledge. Really good teleport to center stage. Hollow Bastion working out a little bit for yellow team, but it's just such a tall order right now. The T-Jolts have it covered. You can't even get up attack because Pikachu is ready with a dash attack. Fantastic pickup from Karamel, and a nice showing from red team to bring it all the way to game 3.
Yeah, the 7th game between these two teams, and it's it will be the decider. 3 games apiece, and I mean, where's the edge going to come from?
I don't know, honestly. It's been such a good back and forth. Both teams have been adapting almost effortlessly. I feel like there's just such a quick change of pace that they implement. Even right there, we saw a pretty good idea from yellow team where they said, all right, you know, Karamel has kind of been the X factor, holding onto the stocks pretty much every game. What if we switch the focus to Karamel instead? And it almost worked out, but they just kind of weren't able to hold onto those stocks as the game neared its end, and that was pretty much the difference maker. Even though I did like that change of pace and that change of strategy, it just, you know, came inches from the goal line.
And now, Karamel and Cheeky talking out a little bit of strategy, and they certainly realized that they needed to make an adjustment in order for it to not be last stock. Right. This will be decided on Pokemon Stadium one way or another. These 4 combatants doing such good work.
Yeah, it was a fantastic bracket, which I expected nothing less. It's been definitely one of my favorites to watch, and a show, to say the least. Bringing it all the way to the reset, all of the way to the final game. So excited to see how it plays out. Already dead even so far, kind of splitting off into the 1v1s as we mentioned, but yellow team coming out on top and holding down center.
Yeah, each of them at about in their 50s. DairBair hanging tight until ViaCher gets hit with the follow-up into the Thunder. And my goodness, Karamel producing a little light of her own as ViaCher is going to have first blood drawn on her in this one, but Karamel not far behind. DairBair taking her right off the stage, continuing on, and the KO with the back air.
Fantastic pickup too. Did not expect that. We haven't seen a lot of offstage play from DairBair in that regard. We've seen some good spikes and whatnot, but never going out there for such a deep edge guard. Really good stuff. Fantastic pickup, and it might just be the difference here if they can bring it back with that momentum, but red team already looking for something to put together here while they have this stage control, while DairBair's knocked off. Ooh. Okay, now yellow team all of a sudden back with the stage control, and the Phantom got pocketed, and what a swing!
Oh man! Just mutually assured destruction. Cheeky don't care anymore. Karamel down to the last stock, but guess what? For the price of 1, I got 2.
Yeah, even game. I mean, even despite that drastic swing from Cheeky with a pocketed Phantom, still keeping it close. The percent on the ViaCher is probably going to be the X factor here, though. Already racking some damage up.
No, what a time to remember that Cheeky had a bit of a reflector of her own, you know? Like, because you caught that bowling ball, you've been getting it from this team the entire day. Well, guess what? That Phantom that you rely on, it's mine now. What are you going to do about it? And now ViaCher could be sort of shying away from it if
Oh, no.
Got the shield, but the half water, we were talking about it, and DairBair is stocks flying all over the place, and DairBair down to her last stock. It's a fresh one. Karamel went flying as well, but guess what? ViaCher nowhere to be seen at the end of this, as Cheeky and Karamel, the finish line is in sight, AG.
It sure is, and from a pretty big part, because Cheeky alone took how many stocks with these huge swings, the pocketed Phantom, the tree. Cheeky says, I don't care whose stock is gone as long as I am left on Pokemon Stadium. And the spike from the Thunder into the stage spike. Karamel and Cheeky with a stunning Game 3 reset and taking the Queen's doubles bracket. What a show, Stu.
Absolutely paralyzing. From a seed of hope sprouted a Game 3 victory. I was about to say Game 5. Game 5 overall, considering that it was
You're
a 2-0
right,
in Grand Finals. And just Cheeky and Karamel, the comeback queens, and taking the throne here for the 2v2 Queens Tournament.
Yeah, and something has to be said. Sitting down for winners, getting 2-0'd doesn't feel great. But staying so stoic, so composed, and bringing it all the way back, 2-0ing them right back in the Grand Final set 1, and then the nail biter, because it's pretty easy, respectfully, to get discouraged after you go down that one game, but they looked so fine going into Game 3 that it's almost like it didn't even happen. Fantastic showing, and Cheeky finding so many huge hits, and Karamel finding the last one that mattered the most. Stunning gameplay, Stu, and frankly, I need a little bit of a break after that one.
Yeah, we're definitely going to need a break after that. But y'all, just because we're hopping off doesn't mean that you should be going away. Coming up next, we have the parent-child tournament coming up right here. So don't go nowhere. For House of 3000's AG, I'm Stu, the announcer. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned. Parent-child tournament is coming up next. Until we meet again, happy smashing.